Alrighty, good morning. I thought I'd do something a little different today, and that was paint my crusty ass nails. I don't know, I just didn't feel like doing a whole lot this morning, so I thought we'd do this. So you get to look at my crusty ass cuticles, and then we're gonna paint shit. Yeah, I have a meeting today at 11:30, so I'm nervous about it, so I'm like, I'm gonna do something chill today. Low pressure, honestly kind of nasty, but I like watching some nail content, so maybe you will, who knows. And I definitely do not have the proper tools for this, so don't judge me. My nails are finally long enough to actually paint something on them, so this is a change. I had them long for a while. Well, like, this is long to me. But I've been doing a lot of gardening and stuff and keeping my nails shorter, so. And I have to keep them short because my nails are super flexible. They're just like really, really thin. So when I paint them, it definitely helps them stay a little bit more stable. But I just don't do it that often. Clearly, based on how overgrown my cuticles are. And honestly, I'm probably only going to do my left hand because I don't think I have time to do my right hand. I'm right-handed, so it takes longer to paint my right hand with my left hand. So. Just thinking, like, this is a nasty look at how I keep my fingers. I don't know. I use my hands for a lot of things, so I don't always have time to keep them looking pretty. we're going for good enough here, not perfection. Because ain't nobody got enough time for that. As long as we get most of the crust off. Cool. That's probably good enough. Okay. I'm just putting some, using some acetone to kind of clean off my nail. I don't know. I have a tendency to have my nails, not my nails, but the polish pop off. So I don't know if my nails are just because they're so thin, the polish pops off, or because they're naturally oilier or something. But nail polish doesn't stick to my nails very well. And as you can tell from my little file here and the polishes I have, I use Holo Taco. And I try to follow Christine's tips on how to make your manicure last longer, but I don't know, it doesn't work for me. She has like a what do you call it, a peely base or something, I forget. I get the long lasting base, and this still like pops off in a solid turtle shell type thing like a day or two later. So my nails just don't get along with nail polish, I think. Or I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. So, should I put the cap back on that? See if I can get you closer. Hopefully that's better. The way I'm doing this, I can barely see what I'm doing. One of these days, I will get a proper setup for doing art and whatever else, just streaming in general. Oops. I feel like I need to thin out my base coat. It's getting kind of thick. Yeah, this is going on super thick. I should have thinned it out. Oh well. It is what it is. I'm getting kind of low on that, so it's drying in the bottle. Anyway. So I chose, since we're heading into fall soon, I figured I would do, what is this? Play Rosé. I'm too close now, it can't focus. So, don't ask me what the technical Christine term is for the polish. I think it's like a, I don't know. It's very glittery. So I'm gonna use this and black. So I'll do a couple designs. I think I'll do my ring finger in just the Play Rosé, and then do the other fingers with black with some Play Rosé accents. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done in an hour, actually, because everything takes so long to dry. I did actually bring out my sketchbook, or one of my old sketchbooks, because I thought, based on last stream with creating something very weird, it might be fun to look through an old sketchbook between coats drawing. So, alright, this is just like a stupid sketch I did out of my brain in 2008, so quite a while ago. And that's all you can see of it. Hang on. So I did that, let's see, 2008. That was a year after I graduated. I should probably not flip through this live because I don't know what else is in here. Creepy fingers playing the piano. What else we got? Oh, this one's fine. This was kind of a marching band stick figure thing. They kind of look like candlesticks. And that looks kind of like smoky up here. That was also 2008. I think when I was, obviously this is a long time ago, but it kind of reminds me of, I don't know. I think when I was doing it, I was thinking, you know how like you listen to a song and kind of like sketch what comes to mind. I think this was me listening to Tom Waits' Big in Japan and looking at it. It's like, what the hell? But I was thinking it would be a really fun song to march to and play to in marching band. So that's what I think was where that came from. What else? Oh, that one. This is, I don't know. That was something angry. I don't know what was going on there. And then I was just tinkering with abstract face. Let's see. Yeah, we might be, it's kind of tacky. I might be able to start the next coat. Okay, so I need to skip my ring finger. Let's bring the light back in. Oops. That's okay. We'll edit it in post. And by edit it in post, I mean we'll clean it up with a brush. This is fine. This I'm probably gonna have to thin out now that I think about it. It's really thick. Okay. It's better. Still pretty thick though. Just gonna add a little more. I don't think there's actually a ball in this one. Doesn't sound like it. If it is, it's like really stuck somewhere in there. Which is weird because it's so glittery. It should have a ball, I would think. I don't know. I don't know anything about nail polish. Oops, shit. No, I just fucked up my thumb. Busted. Alright, well, we will have to come back and fix that. Oh no. Okay. Cool. So this sketch I never finished apparently, and I don't have a date on it, so I don't know when I did it. But it's my parents' wood stove. So it sat on this like tile in the middle of the not living room, I guess like you could call it a living room. I don't know, big open area in their house. This one, I was just tinkering with perspective. If you were standing at a stage looking up at someone playing. It's a little bit too distorted, but I don't know, it was kind of fun. It was also 2008. And then, I don't know what the hell this was. Also 2008. Yep. This I'm pretty sure I was trying to figure out a design for a friend. He wanted something on a hoodie or something. I think this was for an embroidery job I was working on, and we wanted to do a fireplace. And then this was for a picture frame that I designed. What else? I have a lot of weird things. Oh, this one is from my very first plane flight. So this was when I flew to Oregon in 2010, February 20th. So yeah, I oddly enough, was sitting next to a pilot who was getting a flight back to Oregon. I assume was his final destination, but I'm not sure. But because I was nervous, and he, was just talking to me, just making conversation before we took off, and I told him that it was my first flight, and he was just kind of explaining because I was nervous. Like, oh, that sound you're hearing is this, and this, and in another couple seconds you're going to hear the landing gear go up, and it's going to be like a mechanical kind of sound, and it was kind of funny just to be my first flight and be sitting next to a pilot. So I just sketched the plane from my perspective, my seat. I don't know what this was. I think it was, if I remember right, I feel like I did this, let's see, February 22nd. So this was when I was in Oregon. I feel like I remember sitting in the waiting room not a waiting room, I guess it's like a waiting area at PCC, and it was like college that my husband was going to be going to, like, for some classes, and I feel like I remember sitting and just like drawing all of these lines, but I don't remember if that's actually accurate. I don't know. What else we got? Snowflake. I don't know, there's not a ton of interesting things in here, and some of it's like writing, and I don't really feel like reading it all. I don't know what it is. Oh, this was me designing our hutch thing that we have in our kitchen. Yep, we had some scrap wood, so I was like, how do I use this and cut it out to make it a usable counter space for us? I don't sometimes I'm like, what was I doing? What was the goal? I think it was just doodling. It's just a skull with a upside down teacup and a Christmas cactus and a hummingbird. I don't know. The humble hotel chair. 2015. Where the hell was that? I don't know. I've never been good at like cartoons. And this is like proof of that. This one kind of looks like, it reminds me of pie, but I don't know if that was intentional or not. No date on this, so no clue how long ago that was. This was illustrations from anatomy books and just getting used to labeling things for my anatomy classes. So I did some studying in here. That was some red blood cells. Obviously a heart. This is speed sketch practice, less than 5 minutes. I think I was just drawing the heart from memory, just trying to see like if I could get it done. This I was looking at a handout when I did it. No look sketch, and then referencing that sketch to make this sketch. Clearly drew it quite a few times. (2017). Oh, this was my husband and his friend Jeff. They were shooting practice shooting a, oh, what the hell is it called? It's like a Roman crossbow type thing. I don't remember what it's called. I should, but I don't remember. Yeah, my husband does Roman reenactment, so, or did prior to the pandemic. So they would take this thing to events and teach people about it. And they'd get dressed up in their tunics and gear and such. This was me starting to sketch but never finishing it. The eclipse that we had a few years ago, 2017. Drawing some molecules, drawing a chicken, drawing ferrets. Not a very good sketch, but whatever. Oh, this was, what was that? The Electric Picnic in, I think it was in Hillsborough. And we were watching some bands and stuff, and so I sketched from our seat or our spot where we were on the ground sitting. Because it was a picnic, so you just like brought blankets and stuff and sat around. And I think I started to do something and then we left, so I didn't finish that. This was 2018, I think. It's kind of a screwed up. Yeah, 2018. And I stayed up for 24 hours straight and did one drawing every hour. They were not very good drawings, so can't say this is a very, doesn't exactly show off much skill. These next few pages. This, clearly, I didn't know what to draw, so stick figure, yay. This is kind of fun, but just dots. Things got weird at that hour. Just drew an eyeball. Not a very good one. Traced my hand. This one makes me think of like how my fingertips are always cold. Actually, I think, speaking of fingertips, I think my paint might be dry enough to put on the next thing. So what I'm going to do is I'll put another coat on this, and then I'm going to put top coat on each of these, let that dry, and then I can do this design, like designs on top of that. And I think for my thumb that I screwed up, I'm just going to put my design over top of that so I don't have to do another coat of black. So let's do it. How are we doing on time? 20 minutes. Let's see what we can do. I need to order more. It's so low. It's probably really thick too. Yeah, it's super stringy. Shake it up a little and then we'll thin it out. I don't count the drops, I just go ham. I know it's gonna be thick. feel all stuffed up. We're supposed to get rain, I think, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we haven't had rain in months, so I'm looking forward to it. But I still feel like right now, before the rain comes, things are allergy inducing. Still so stringy. I guess while that's drying, I can try to very delicately clean up the mess I made with the black. Tidy up some of these spots. Sorry, I'm like not even on camera for that. You're not missing much. Even still. Okay. Just the thumb. Cool. So we'll just let that dry. Let's see how this is. It still feels sticky. All right, we left off. I don't think there's much left in this sketchbook that's terribly interesting, unfortunately, or anything that I really want to show. Might be a few more things. This was just a quick sketch I did of the stomach, the liver, the pancreas, and the gallbladder. Riveting. And then another sketch of the heart because, my God, how many times did I draw that? This is a sketch I was doing just to get an idea of what a, let's see. So in undergrad, we had to do this massive project that took all term where it was for a food service class, and we had to plan the menu, decorate this, basically this campus restaurant to, you know, fit our theme and that sort of thing. So our theme was a diner. And so I was just sketching out a possible, not like, I guess you could call it a centerpiece, but just like something to have on the tables as decor. And that was like this, you know, crinkly paper with some crayons and Coke bottles. It's kind of like a, you know, diner sort of thing where you'd have the crayons and then the placemats that you could color on and that sort of thing. And the Coke bottle, or the Coke glass rather, just thinking of like 1950s diners, and I don't know, that's what came to mind, and I just sketched it out for the rest of my group to see. This is just me planning out things around the house. So I want to have, I don't even know. Okay, so I think this means nothing to you watching this because you're like, I don't know what your house looks like. I don't know where this is. Literally no idea. What? I don't know if this is our, I don't know. I don't know what that is. No point in explaining it. I want to have a shed, riveting, and something with flowers in it. This is weird. This is 2013? That doesn't make sense. Maybe it was the 13th of July. I don't know. I'm really bad at labeling my sketchbooks sometimes. Yeah, it had to have been the 13th of 2019 because this one is 2019. Also July. And I'm thinking this is our front walkway up to our front door, our two shrubs, and then I wanted to have a walkway and some sort of little seating area and plant some black-eyed Susans. Great. I haven't done that and don't know that we're gonna. And this is me trying to decide on some sort of storage unit to put around our toilet. And I have not made this. And I think the biggest flaw in this is that when you want to look in or fix things inside the toilet, having a shelf even like a foot above it is kind of obnoxious and annoying for fitting tools and things. So I mean, I guess you can always move the shelf out to get in there, but that's kind of a pain in the ass. this was my Inktober page from 2019. So I just did little 1 inch by 1 inch squares for my Inktober that year. And it's funny, I think I still have some of these posted on my Instagram page, and when you see them on there, they're just like the close-up of the square, and when you look at an image this small close-up, it looks very it's not very impressive. And I think it looks nicer as just like a full page of look at all the things I drew, but individually they're kind of lame. But it's kind of fun to look at though. Just a shoulder socket sketch. This, I'm pretty sure I was frustrated, and so I just did this scribbly face. This is a sketch from my color atlas of anatomy. It is a glomerulus and arteries from a scanning electron micrograph, apparently. That was last year. Another sketch from that anatomy book, just of a side profile of a skull. It says zygomatic bone and surrounding area. I really like that book. I want to sketch from it some more. It's just fun to recreate the photographs. I don't know what that is. I think, I want to say it's plans for a box that I wanted to make, but it's not very detailed, so I'm not sure. What else we got? Oh yeah, I wanted to, when my husband started working from home, I wanted to make like a, he basically had to move his office, or, you know, set up a home office to work from home. And he was given like a stipend to buy, you know, monitors and a chair and so, that sort of thing. And him having 2 monitors set up was taking up a lot of space on the desk. So my thought was to build like this shelf thing so he can stash his shit underneath it and still have desk space for everything else. He ended up buying one of those monitor stands, so removing these stands, and then it's like a single stand that connects to the 2 monitors. This is a very eclectic sketchbook with random shit in it, obviously. Yeah, and then we turn back to molecules because I'm all over the place. This was some vitamin B6 sketching. Thinking about lab coats. What is this? Plans for, I think, an outdoor thing. I think it was like a catio idea for on our deck. Anyway, we only have 2 minutes left, so I think what I'm gonna do is do one more nail so we can actually do something somewhat interesting. So I like to use washi tape instead of like nail vinyl type stuff, because this stuff peels off fine. And so I'm just gonna trim off a piece. Just dented my nail. It's where the panic hits and then I screw everything up. I don't want to be late for my meeting, so I don't want to stay on too much later. But, okay, we'll do the middle finger. So I just go from, like, I know this is rounded, but generally like the corner, and then diagonally, and push it on. And hopefully this is dry enough that I'm not gonna screw this up. And then I just do the same thing over here, from the corner, diagonally, make sure the point is relatively centered, but right now I don't really care. And then I'm gonna grab the Play Rosé again. And slop it on there. I don't have time for 2 coats, so I'm gonna peel it off right away and hope it doesn't screw up. Ta-da! Maybe I'll touch it up later, but that's all I'm gonna do for now. I'll do my other nails later. I just don't have time right now. Sorry you don't get to see a finished product, but just do a top coat on this finger since I haven't done it yet, and then I'll wait for this to dry off stream because I gotta end soon and get ready for my meeting. Cool. So that's gonna be it for me today. I will be back on Monday from, I always forget, 7 p.m. till I feel like ending on Monday, and then I'll be back again next Wednesday as well at 10 a.m. So it's kind of a weird schedule, but catch me when you catch me. And I'm also starting to upload my full streams to my Kerminator VOD channel on YouTube, if you're interested in rewatching any of these after they've disappeared from Twitch. So, yeah. Otherwise, you can catch me on Instagram. I'm the.Kerminator on Instagram, so I'm around. Find me when you find me. All right. I'll see you later. Bye.